This is the Insta360 Ace Pro still, and there's a new idea how to modify the lens to get 49 or 52 millimeter thread. That's a 37 millimeter to 52 millimeter step up. I decided that my former design with the 49 is a little too small, and also I will now go and take down the 37 millimeter thread completely, maybe even get the bore a little wider, like a 38 or 39, and then glue the flat surface onto the flat surface of this UV filter in 4 points at least. Yeah, I want to make sure that however this camera is used, you can use whatever filter you want without having any objects you don't want to see in the corners. So Dremel time it is, and let's see how we get on. This worked fine so far. 30 millimeter thread gone. I will clean this up with alcohol and make it a little more black, and then see how we get on gluing this on here. This is the little ridge I was talking about in my last video, where the original lens rests on and is glued on, and there's still some remaining glass particles I'm just going to take out. And I just want to show you real quick with the last one, the 49 millimeter that I now deemed too small. I tried to separate those, and I think with a lot of force I could, but I think this super glue, I used Patex dry in seconds glue or whatever it's called. I think this would not separate even if you use it in an action camera context. And this fits beautifully in here in the box that it came with. So this one also fits nicely. I'll leave it on now because it's still drying. This part here, I think I can just secure with some duct tape using the one that does not leave any residue when you peel it off. And that should make sure that the whole assembly will not be shaken off the camera. Like I said, the step-up ring I think will stay put with the glue. So let's now see if there will be any vignetting with the diopter at least. So this footage is now taken and audio recorded with the Ace Pro. That's 4K 25, and I'm just about 10 inches, 30 centimeters, 25 centimeters away from the white wall. And I just noticed if, like this, everything is fine, but if I move up and down, pay attention to the corners, the frame is being moved on the sensor by the camera's digital assistant, the flow state stabilization. So 52 millimeters is totally fine if you don't move the camera too much. And of course, if you crop in. So now we're cropped into 8K, and it takes the middle of the sensor to just, for the remaining, no pixel binning, no oversampled, 4K of the middle surface of the sensor. And then I can shake however I want, and there is no vignetting, no 52 millimeter ring to be seen. And while we're at it, let's check the photo mode. 48 megapixels, which should be the biggest setting. Ratio is 4:3. That's the biggest one. That's correct. So of course there's no stabilization here, and 4:3 is fine. Let's just go back to be safe to the video and try ultra, because I believe I was not in ultra wide, which oh yeah, I am. I was. Okay. Let me go to dewarp and check the white wall again. So that is 4K 25 again from the Ace Pro. And I do dewarp, and we're totally fine, no vignetting. And this is the setting actually I'm going to use the most because it looks the most natural. Preliminary conclusion, I think I can say I'm happy with that. I'm happy even with the looks. I'm happy I can put a thing on here. I might actually use another filter on top, which is a combined ND circular polarizer. The thought being, if I need a polarizer, I will have sunlight most of the time, so a two-stop ND will not be in the way of my filming. And I think the combined polarizer with the CPL has 2 stop ND all the way up to 15 stops. So worst case, I have a polarizer with a 2 stop ND and I only need 1 more ring on top of the diopter. And of course, if I'm not filming myself, not vlogging or whatever, then I don't even need the diopter. So I would have just the 1 ND combined polarizer. That will be probably a different video, as will be the Bluetooth microphone options that this camera gives you. The actual AirPods do not sound good at all in my perception. I found a microphone that really sounds good, has no noticeable delay, and is actually even less expensive than the AirPods, and has the option to plug in a separate mic to just use the Bluetooth connectivity to the camera. But again, that will be a separate video.